Well, Sporting Lisbon, see you later. Varandas, see you later. I kept saying it's one thing to smack them up in the league phase last season. It's another one to knock them out of this competition entirely. That's what we've done over these two legs. As scrappy as it can be. 1-0 in the first leg, 0-0 in the second leg. We're going to be trolled until the end of time for that, or at least it's going to feel like that, because on the other hand, we've just seen an absolute thriller between Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. 3-3 it was at full time. Bayern Munich going through on aggregate. So Real Madrid out in the quarterfinals again, second year in a row. It was us last season. And then Bayern Munich knocked them out this season. Bayern Munich are the better team, 100%. This season, there's no doubting that. PSG for them in the semi-finals. Atletico Madrid for us in the semi-finals. We've got a great chance here. Wonderful chance we've been given to go to our first Champions League final since 2006. Today, we have gotten through to a Champions League semi-final again, second year in a row. That is the first time in the history of this football club we have been in the Champions League semi-finals twice in a row. 2 years running, we have done it. Easier draw this time around. Well, we had to work for that. We had to work really, really hard for that. It did not come easy in the slightest, either of those two ties. Leverkusen really, really tricky today. Really, really tricky as well. It was an awful game. It was an absolutely dreadful game. I will be very honest. I don't care. I'm never watching the highlights for that game. I'm never watching any clips from that game again. All that I care about is that we've gotten through that. I don't know what else there really is to say. I was really hoping that we would make it a little easy for ourselves, get an early goal, get 2 goals, 3-0 up on aggregate. At least a couple goals up on aggregate by the time we get to probably the hour mark, and then from there we can ease our way to full time, not really exert too much. That was what I was really hoping. Don't exert too much. Leave as much energy as possible for Man City, because that is the one that just means everything. Everything is lining up for that to be absolutely gargantuan. But you got to do what you got to do. We made it tricky for ourselves. We didn't capitalise. We had chances throughout the game. We never capitalised on any of them. And we paid the price by having to really, really work for it. In the final moments, Sporting didn't really push for it until quite late on, to be honest. Still had to really work for it. It's definitely one of those games where you look at it and you go, no one really properly showed up. Except I think I will say Eze had quite a decent game, and Zubamendi I think looked better as well. That's a really, really positive sign, because recent months he's not been anywhere near the level that he was showing for the first 5 or 6 months of the season. So good to see Zubamendi playing a little better, and then Eze as well. I think he was playing with more freedom. I think that's Arteta letting him do that. Just let him play with freedom. Mikel, that's all I'm asking you. Sporting, once again, goodbye. See you later. It's a nice club, Sporting. One of the biggest clubs in Portugal. I don't have anything really against the club. I do have a lot against Varandas, so I'm hoping he's really, really enjoyed that over the 2 legs. It's just such a shame that Gyökeres didn't score. It would have rubbed it in a little more. Gyökeres shit over the 2 legs, I'll be honest. Nerves playing against your former club, I don't care. Varandas enjoyed that. Couple players of theirs as well. Most notably Araujo. Maxi Araujo finally actually got a yellow card. We waited about 3 hours of play over those 2 legs for him to actually get a yellow card. He must have had about 11 fouls across the 2 games before he got his first booking. It's just insanity. And he can't take it when it happens to him in return. Maxi Araujo is going so aggressively into all of these challenges, all the bark, all the talk, all the fight, all the fouls, and then when he gets fouled in return, it's the worst thing ever. It's the worst day of his life. He can't accept it. He can't take it. It's totally fine when he does it. He can't take it the other way. So Araujo, I'm very glad to see that you won't be playing in the semi-finals. Yeah, genuinely, that's made my day. I don't know what else there is to say. I want to forget about that game. I don't want to think about that game. I want it to just be in the past. Through to the semi-finals once again. Magnificent couple legs coming up against Atletico Madrid. It doesn't feel anywhere near as monumental as obviously Real Madrid last season. I don't even need to say that, goes without saying. Through to the semi-finals though. So we've equaled our run from last season. It's on us to go that one step further. I think we can. I really believe we can. Flashbacks to PSG last season, because we beat them quite comfortably in the league phase, and then semi-finals they knocked us out. League phase this season, we absolutely slapped up Atletico Madrid, at least in the second half. 4-0, 4 goals in one half, 4-0 at full time, and now we got them in the semi. So a bit of deja vu there. Really, really hope it's not the exact same thing that happens. Do not want to get knocked out by Atletico Madrid in another European semi-final when we're this close, because I think I would edge us the favourites. Atletico Madrid, they would have learned quite a bit, I think, from that match we played against them in the league phase. I think they are starting to play with a lot more invention, much more attacking football, fluid football. Barcelona, I think we're a little bit taken aback by that and ultimately couldn't really deal with it over the 2 legs. I thought it was going to be us against Barcelona. That would have been an absolutely incredible spectacle. I was kind of hoping it was Barcelona just because of the spectacle, because they're obviously the team to beat us in the only Champions League final we've ever been in. Plus, they also feel like the one European giant left that we haven't beaten under Arteta. But Atletico Madrid is probably the more favourable draw. We're going to be so up for that. We are going to be insanely up for those 2 legs. Chance to make a first Champions League final since 2006. My. But right now, Sunday's all I'm thinking about. That's the only thing on my mind. 6 Premier League games left. If we win at the Etihad, it's going to be insanely difficult for City to catch up from there. Whereas if we lose, it's going to be really, really slipping out of our control. And if City regain control of it, I really don't see us coming back from that. City are just so deadly late on in the season. I don't know how I would feel about a draw. I really, really want to win because it's Man City. It's Man City. I'll get into this in more detail, do a preview. Again, I don't think I ever want to relive that Sporting game ever again. Those 2 legs, it's incredibly scrappy. We're through. That's all that matters. If we lost, it would have been absolute meltdown. But we're through. That's all that matters. That's all I care about. Don't play like that in the semis. Don't play like that against Man City because we'll get absolutely cooked. Anyway, that's going to do it.